And here we are live, but I can't hear myself. That's weird. Huh. Maybe I'm just deaf today. Hey everybody, welcome. Today we're broadcasting live from the last place Dave remembers as requested by Dom. This is the first show of the Land of Wild Turkey tour. Yes, we are at a new tour, and that tour was named by MercerSkye. Hey everybody, why am I so quiet in my head? Very weird. Nothing has changed. Oh well, I guess I just have to accept not being able to hear myself. Oh, look at that. 8-month resub from Mr. Robert. How's everybody doing? I feel a little... Oh, I should say what the show's about, right? If there's any lurkers. Yeah, I need a haircut. That's why I keep wearing a hat. I gotta get a haircut. If this is your first time watching the show is all about musical improvisation. Everything you see me do is made up on the spot, but I get a ton of help from chat. Chat chooses the starting BPM, which is the speed, the key. You guys choose the keyboard sounds. I turn your usernames to drum loops and drum fills. You guys name our tours, our venues, our songs, and you teach our bot Tubi how to talk. Welcome everybody. Let's see. Who is here? Who do I see is here? Whoops, that's not the right place to look. Devil's Nest Kimberly's here. MercerSkye. Wayne is here. Corporal Bunny. Sano. Nifty Guy 1. Flabs is here. Judge is here. Corporal Bunny. Dom. Allegra. Where's Hats? If I did not say your name, I just don't see you yet, but welcome everybody. Let's see. I still don't know about this whole green screen thing. I mean, I know I haven't tried different backgrounds, but what I hate is the that green outline. I don't know. Maybe I'll come up with something better. Again, the reason we're doing the green screen is to hide the giant white projector screen that's behind it. Hal Flab says, that's why I wear a hat too. I've been meaning to get a haircut for weeks. I've been so busy. I'm trying to finish this lighting software I'm writing. Well, finish is the wrong word. Get it to the point that I can use it on the show. Let's see, do we have some milestones? I think we do. Let's see, let's put that back. Let's see, oh yeah. This is Devil's Nest Kimberly's 75th request. Number 75 for Devil's Nest Kimberly. I think that's all our milestones, yeah. And were there some things that happened while I was doing the pre-show? Let's see. I think there might have been. Yeah, this is... Oh yeah, we have a new sub from Opus 831, an 8-month resub from Where's Hats, a gift. Where's Hats also gifted a sub to Devil's Nest Kimberly, and Mr. Robert did it 8 months, and Mr. Robert writes 8 months. Here's to many more. ETC Jiffy. Wow, thank you for those subs, and thank you Where's Hats for that gift sub. Let's see. But I have made a lot of progress on my lighting software. So that is good. Still have a lot to do. Oh, and there it is. Nifty Guy 1 starting off the show with a cheer. Thank you, Nifty Guy 1. Thank you for that cheer. Nifty Guy 1 almost every show starts it off with a cheer. Before I've done anything, I don't deserve it yet. Let's see. Thank you, Nifty Guy 1. And I see Flabs did a massive cheer last week and was the top supporter of the channel last week, and so Flabs is getting a commission. And I saw, Flabs, that you put it in chat, so we'll do that. Probably the second song we'll do your commission. But thank you again for that amazing support last week. Let's see, initialize, put our track names, generate our drum fills. Looks like my voice is a little raw today. You know, it is frequent that when I see you guys on show days, that you guys hear the first words I've spoken to humans of the day. Because I don't really see people on Mondays and Wednesdays. I start super early in the morning. I just work all day. So I had no idea my voice was hoarse until I started talking to you guys. Yeah, this is Flab's second commission. Flab's second commission. And I still need to write code to update people's stats when they make commissions. So I apologize. I have not had time to do that. I will retroactively go back and do that for commissions. But those of you guys that have commissions means your stats are not correct. They're lower by whatever number of requests. Let's see. We should have a drum kit. There's Dom with a resub. Dom writes, Dom the 8-month resub, and Dom writes, my ETC baby is almost here. Dom, what you gonna name it? We gotta help Dom name his ETC baby. Let's see. There's been at least one baby already born. Not because of this show, but over the course of this show, Puggy and Apugs, they had a baby. I think it was this summer. Let's see, our drum kit. Dom says we're gonna have a lot of ETC babes soon. And look, it's the headbanger kit. And it's Chief Cheddar's here with a 7-month resub. Says hello everyone. Hey Chief Cheddar. Wow. How are you doing, Chief? Let's see. Our drum kit is the headbanger kit. Is that the headbanger kit? Yes, it is. I remember that being... Oh, I'm thinking of a different kit. Okay, that's the headbanger kit. Let's see. Chief says I'm a professional worker. My favorite kind of lurkers are the professionals. This channel doesn't have amateur lurkers. All our lurkers are professional at it. I'm not quite sure what that means to be professional at it, but let's see. What? Oh yeah, what am I doing? Oh yeah, I got to make our drum loops. Okay, we got our drum loops. Awesome. So our first loop, and there's a resub from Judge, 8 months in a row. Judge writes, "Wowee." Thank you, Judge. is that time of the month. That time of the month for resubs. And first up from our generator, it's Reginald Delaware. Here's Reginald Delaware Raw. Raw from the generator. I'm trying to. I sort of want to shift where this beat is by 1/16. Oh man. No, I'm not going to do it. I'm going to honor the original intention of the generator. I am then going to add a snare right here. I want snares on 204. I love this beat though. Man, it's something else. Let's raise that snare. This kick lower a bit, and this kick lower a bit. Here's Reginald Delware's beat. That's killer. Oh, and Qubit had a resub? Oh, why didn't I see it? Whoops. Oh, did I miss? Let me see. Let me just make sure I didn't. That's weird. Yeah, I didn't see it, but thank you for the 4-month resub. Thank you. Okay, we got our next loop. Here it is from Dom. Here's Dom Raw from our generator. Hey, Drew Maximus. Let's put a snare. We're going to put a snare of 2 and 4 here too. We're going to be a little traditionalist tonight. Well, on this song at least. With some snares on 2 and 4. But this is a really nice acoustic kit. I really dig it. Now we're gonna honor that silence though. Don't worry. We'll honor the silence. I didn't mean to take that down. Here's Dom's beat. There it goes. Both of these beats are beats drummers would play to show off. I dig it. We got our beats. Let's check out our sounds. Oh, it was on Friday, Qubit? Oh, that's why. Well, thank you anyway. Thank you for Friday. Oh, yeah, because Friday I didn't do a show. So, yes, it's true. It's true to the extent that I actually changed my offline graphic and my panel. We are Mondays and Wednesdays now, not Fridays. For the indefinite future. However, my plan, my tentative plan is to be doing Mondays and Wednesdays through December. And I'll also tell you guys, I'm going to take the last week of December off. But in January, my hope is to be doing Mondays and Wednesdays and a lot of spontaneous streams at random times that hopefully will be accompanied by raids that are planned. If I can pull them off, I'm not sure yet. It's a concept that I'm working on. But anyway, so January might actually have a lot of shows, but at lots of random times, and that might be true in February as well. In the long run, if I can keep the show going, if I can find a way to not go bankrupt, then I probably will go back to a 3-day-a-week schedule, but like a normal schedule. But for at least the time being, I need my time, definitely this month, to finish this lighting software. Okay, our sounds. We got Woodpick bass. Woodpick bass from. This was first used back in February by Skull. This time it's requested by Dorf. Dorf. Dorf is one of our longest requesters. Dorf gives me so many good sounds. It's always nice to see Dorf in the sound list. Let's see, what else do we have? We have Motown Bass from Flabs. Flabs are a big supporter. Motown Bass. And then we got StooshBatis. StooshBatis with Pulsar. 13th Nile with Imbira. Enigma with luscious synth strings. Oh, and another request from Stoosh, muted electric guitar. Okay, we got our sounds. You guys choose which sound starts the improvisation. It could be one of our drum loops or woodpick bass, Motown bass, Pulsar, Imbira, luscious synth strings, or muted electric. Let's see. Tubi. Oh, you're in a mood tonight, Tubi. What are you talking about, Tubi? In principle, I'm going to do a camera switch on this track, and I don't remember. I didn't have time to test it before the show, so keep your fingers crossed. Yeah, I was very pleased. This weekend I had sort of a breakthrough on the lighting project. There's one aspect of it that I've been doing everything else but this one thing, because it was the hardest thing to wrap my head around how I wanted to do it. And it's basically like I've coded how the computer is going to control when things happen, when things change. Like that was pretty easy. Because my music software tells it, the lighting software, what's happening, and based on that information, the lighting software can decide when to change things. The tricky part was figuring out when it's going to change, what it's going to change, because there's all these different components in this workflow I've created in my software. There's what I call generators, which generate images of some kind. It might be a movie clip. It might be an animation, it might be a visualization that is sensitive to audio. So there's all these different generators. And then there's what I call modifiers. And modifiers might be lighting effects, it might be color changes. So they modify the images coming into them. There's also mirroring, there's mixers. Mixers mix two different generators together, two different signals together. There's effects, there's what I'm calling mirroring, which is when you take images and you make them into, 2s and 4s. So there's a lot of different things that can change at any given moment. And I was trying to figure out how I want to do it for those things, which things to change when the lighting software changes. And I figured out how I'm going to do it. In some ways, it's similar to the drum generator. It's about probabilities. I like probabilities. I like saying this is what you're going to usually do. You're going to usually do this predictable thing, but every once in a while you might be doing something that's very unpredictable. Okay. But if when I ever finish this, I'm gonna do a stream just about it, just about this software, because it's, I mean, we'll see. Maybe I'll change my mind, but at the moment, I feel excited about it. I feel it's one of the more complex things I've ever created, I think. I was having to get back into SQL over the week. I haven't done SQL in a while. Like, I haven't had to do any complex SQL. And when I say complex, I mean even minor complex. Like, I haven't had to do joins in a while. I haven't had to do joins in, like, I don't know, 5 years. 5 years. Because the SQL I did for the all the first part of the show, like, SQL is involved in, well, anyway, I didn't have to do joins. So I was having to remember how to do inner joins. I know a bunch of our community does SQL. I knew I reached out to some of us, like, I want to figure this out myself. And I looked at code I'd written. I did code with, like, inner joins were like 6 levels deep. And I was looking at this code that I'd written a long time. I was like, I just could not remember how to do it, but I figured it out. Let's fade this out. Hey, to Jake GP75, how you doing? Okay, I'm ending this poll. What's chat chosen? And chat's chosen the Imbira from 13th Nile. Nice. Let's do it. First improv of the day. I'm starting super late, aren't I? Let's see. Let's do it. Here we go. Time to etcetera. Whoops. Let me see if I can fix the Jumbotron. I know exactly why that happened. Let me see if I can fix it. Oh. Huh. Oh, there it is. Well, that's not it. Is that it? There we go. I think that'll work. I think that might have fixed it. Well, here, I'm just going to... Well, no, we'll just find out in the next track. Oh, man. I don't know what I just missed, but... So, the reason I broke the Jumbotron... It's a little hard to explain, but... So, the Jumbotron uses SQL to decide what the next credit is. It acts as this database, and so it records when it's used a credit. So its goal is to not use a credit too many times, to only use a credit when it's relevant. So a sound credit's not going to happen if that sound isn't playing. Anyway, Max, which is the program I use for the Jumbotron, has a hard time, as I've discovered in my lighting software, doing SQL calls. Whenever it does SQL calls, if they're updates, meaning it's actually changing the database, it's not just getting information. It slows down the main performance thread in Max, which is a problem in my lighting software. Anyway, I had to turn what was running inside of Max into an executable. And the Jumbotron is now an executable, not just a Max patch. Anyway, I forgot to tell OBS, the broadcasting software, I'm talking and I realize nobody cares about this. Nobody wants to know this. Anyway, I see Frambox is here. Hey, Frambox. And a 8-month resub. Wow, that's the $10 sub. Thank you, Frambox. Frambox writes, yippee! Oat Killer says, I'm interested. Oat Killer comes out of working to say, I'm glad somebody cares. Okay, you guys care. Okay, good. Well, yeah, that's what I discovered, is that I SQL calls are interrupting the flow of things. I think everyone will be able to appreciate this, even if you're not a programmer. So I had this a week ago. I had this experience. It's a little bit like, let's say you just bought a grand piano. You just bought a $100,000 grand piano. The moving truck shows up at your house, and after about 10 minutes, everybody realizes that there's no way that piano can get in the house. And there's no way. There's simply no way. It won't fit in through the door. It won't fit in through the window. There's no way. And you just bought this $100,000 piano, and you can't do it. You can't even put it in the garage, right? I had that experience about a week ago with this lighting software. I made a lot of progress. I got to start testing a key component of it. And basically what the lighting software does is every measure. So a measure in music is 4 beats. So if you're listening, well, it's not always 4 beats, but on this show, it's usually 4 beats. So if you're listening to the music, if you were to clap, if you clapped 4 times, that's a measure, right? So basically on beat 3 of every measure, the lighting software tries to find out if there are any events that have happened. Events that might make the software change the lights. An event might be I've started recording a new loop. An event might be I've started a new section of loops. An event might be I've returned to a section I've already created. An event might be a manual trigger for me. So it checks this event on beat 3. And then it has, if it's supposed to do something, what it does is it accesses this database to find a new light to change to. And when I say light, a light is anything that changes what the projector shows. So a light could be a generator effect, like a movie, or it could be an effect that changes what you see, like by colors. So it has to go to the database. But it's not a simple select call. Oh, and it goes to the database, and it also has to update the database once it's chosen that light, so that we don't choose that light again, right? We need a record that it's happened so that we don't keep having the same light over and over again. Anyway, I run this call, and I realize, and I put a timer on it, and it was taking over 500 milliseconds for it to do the round trip of this process. And the problem with that is that it has 2 beats to make this decision. Because on beat 1, it has to change the lights. And at any speed faster than 120 beats a minute, it wouldn't be fast enough. It would be doing what it's supposed to do by, it's no go. It's a big, huge problem. So I eventually figured out that basically the SQL calls were just stuttering everything. So I had to move them to a separate executable, so it was on a separate thread. And that solved it, and it went from 500 milliseconds down to 10 milliseconds. But there was a moment where there was a brief moment where I was very unhappy. I can't believe this. I've done all this work, and because change, and I was looking at alternatives. I could potentially do it with JSON or something, but the problem is that I need to do pretty complex sorting with my calls, my SQL calls, and maybe sorting is really easy in JSON, but from what I looked at, you have to write a whole bunch of JavaScript code to do even a sort that would take you like 1 line of SQL. So I had all my SQL written. It's like to have to start from scratch. I would have lost like 2 weeks of time because I don't know JavaScript that well. I don't know JSON that well. I mean, I use JSON for a lot of things, but I don't do much process. I just use it to store information. Anyway, I was so glad when I figured out a solution to that. Okay, I'm talking too much. I see the chat is still talking about this $100,000 piano. Okay, let's see. Let's put this music in the background while we I'm probably going to talk about the lighting software a lot over these coming shows because it's all that I'm thinking about right now. Well, that's not entirely true. I still have this other job I have to do, but okay, let's look at your titles. We got from Stoosh, we got Techno Swamp. From Where's That, we got Mojo Jojo. Glass Desert from Devil's Nest Kimberly. Quantum Discord from Cake Johnson. And one last title. From Sky. Didn't I say use this one again? I dig it. A Little Death Never Killed Anyone. Those are all good titles. Techno Swamp, Mojo Jojo, Glass Desert, Quantum Discord, A Little Death Never Killed Anyone. These are your options. Now let's see some titles I missed. We had Insatiable Sanity from Dom. the Gunmetal Zeppelin from Flabs, Jeremiah the Bullfrog, Mr. Robert, Paper Oceans, Corble Bunny, The Network from RunePenrod, and Digital Deliverance from Enigma. Let's see, give you guys a little more time. Let's see, what did I do on that track? Just keyboards. To be or not, Tabata, are you trying to sway the vote? To be or not, Tabata's a troublemaker tonight. Okay, I'm into this poll. What has chat chosen? Let's see. I want it to tie between Techno Swamp and Glass Desert. Let's let the Greeks break this tie. And Zeus. Zeus. This is the first time we've seen Zeus in a long time. Zeus has chosen Techno Swamp from, who named that? Stoosh. Stoosh named it. Even with Tubi meddling in the vote. Let's see. Oh yeah, let's fade this out. I wouldn't consider myself a particularly good coder because I've never had any formal training. I'm self-taught, and when I say self-taught, most of my learning has been by doing, not by, reading a book. Although I barely read. I mainly basically I try to do something. If I can't do it, I try to I look for sources to help me figure out how to do it. So there's a lot of holes in my knowledge. But I can tell you one thing that I changed from when I first started coding that I think is between being a total beginner and starting to be somewhat competent in coding is realizing that if I'm ever copying and pasting code, right? If in one program I'm copying and pasting code, I'm not doing something right. Like there's a better way to do it. There's almost always a better way to do it. And it's tempting to copy and paste sometimes because it's faster. Especially like on Macs, I deal with this a lot. It's easy to copy and paste something, but then that's great if it works perfectly. But if something's wrong with that little piece of code that you've copied and pasted and put in multiple places, now you have to go around and fix it everywhere. So, and often making something to an abstraction or a function that multiple things can use takes more work than just copying and pasting it. However, I've learned the hard way in the long run, you're much better off avoiding that copying and pasting. Let's see. Again, take any advice I have about programming with a grain of salt because, as I said, I don't have formal experience, formal training in it. Okay, let's fade that in. Yeah, congrats to StooshBatis. This is Stoosh's 4th title. You named 2 cloud bounces. That was a great title. No Astronaut Can Fly. Intergalactic Tumbleweed. Let's see. So I think we're gonna do Flabs' commission in just a moment. One thing we got some new Sama names. Frambox is now Flambox. MercerSkye is now Skybox. Skullbalance is back to Skull, and Flabs is now Frabs. This is because on the last shout out, I always get messed up on the Flabs Frambox combination. I say Frabs Flambox, but now I'm gonna get so confused. Flab said, I want to repeat the sounds I picked this time are troll sounds. Oh man, I'm ready for it. I love it. I love the challenge. The only problem is if they're all rhythm sounds, because rhythms, it's very hard to get those synchronized. I'm ready for it though. I'm ready for it. Well, I don't know. I haven't seen the sounds yet. We'll see in just a moment. I'm trying to remember how I do this. Oh yeah, I need to create the song record. And yeah, I still want to do what I'm calling troll parties, where we have teams of people trying to create the hardest possible set of requests, but I don't know. Maybe next year. That sounds so far away, but it's less than 30 days. Flambox said no rhythm sounds. I think you just lined up the next troll commission. Uh-oh. You know, even I think I have a way to deal with rhythm sounds as well, actually. So throw your best at me, chat. I'm ready for anything. I actually love it when it's a difficult set of sounds, or not difficult, when it's a seemingly a set of sounds that seemingly would not work together. It's a fun challenge. It's not to say that I always do well with strange combinations, but from a creative point of view, it's always stimulating. You know, I know my voice is a lot quieter than the music lately, and my to-do list is so long. There's like the most no-brainer things that I just haven't done, like correct the mix imbalance. Maybe I'll remember it for next show. Okay, let me get these requests let's get these troll requests from Flabs, or Frab. It's Frabs now, right? Let's see. Let's find these. I still haven't made part of this process a little more efficient for. There they are. Okay. So now I run this script, the commission process script. That worked. And now I just double check that they all loaded properly. We got our BPM, our key, our mode. And we got, oh no, I forgot about the instrument requests. Okay, let's see. I was just looking at Flab's drum fills. Okay, we got, let's see. Now I press this button to approve the request. Approve the request. Did I say that right? And now I need to, oh, this is the part I still haven't done. I need to delete the utility records. There they are. Okay, we have our, there we go. Looks like we got a request. Let's see, are there any milestones? I don't think there are, because they're not connected to milestones, except for instrument, and you already have an instrument request. Oh wait, there is a milestone. What would this be? Wait, is it in fact loading? Maybe it is doing stats. Well, this is Flab's 5th BPM, or Frabs. Frabs. This is Frab's 5th BPM. Okay, let's zero this out. Frabs and Flambox. Frabs and Flambox. What a duo. Frabs and Flambox. Let's see. Hey, he said no. We had an Aardvark and Airplane venue as well. We had a song and a venue, right? Okay, let's initialize, import our track names, generate our drum fill. Oh, let's see. These got out of order. Oh, can I remember what the order was? I think it was... I don't know why it's getting the drum fills out of order sometimes. Let me just fix these. This is very kind of Frabs. Wait, what was the order? I don't have the order. Let's see. Oh, I think we're missing one drum fill, aren't we? Oh, there it is. There, that's what it was. Wait, what was... Okay, hold on, guys. Oh, I see what happened. There it goes. Now we got it. Okay. Okay, we're good. We're good. We got it. So, I don't know why, but those drum fills are out of order on screen, but they were inputted correctly. What they should say is, don't pretend to know improv if you don't know the Etcetera kid. I gotta fix that bug. Why is it doing that? Drum fills on commissions not in correct order. Exclamation point. Okay, let's look at these beats. What's our kit? We have the Gritty Funk kit. Well, this is not a troll kit. I love this kit. Let's see. Okay, make our loops. Oh, I see. It's troll drum loops. So first up we have very minimal. Whoops. You guys see a little bit of my code there. Why is that there? Whoops. There we go. Here it is. GGHHG22GG. Here it is. Let's see. What are we going to do with this minimal beat? Let's put kicks on 2 and 4. We'll honor that silence right there, though. Yeah. Kicks on 2 and 4. Goes these snares a bit. Here it is. Put some reverb and delay on it. A lot of delay. Frav says, oh, the kid is not the troll. It's the sounds. Uh-oh. I better get some good beats here then to make up for these sounds we're going to deal with. Next up, we have 22HHGGH, 22HHG. 22. Here it is. We're going to, once again, we're going to put a kick on 1 and a open hat and a kick there, and I think that's it. Oh, let's put a hat there. Here it is. Here's the beat. I dig it. We got our beats. Let's check out these sounds that's so hard for me. Frabs has given us Frabs. First up, we have the octave saw. Oh, it's a debut. Octave saw. What is this sound? That's pretty standard so far. Where's the troll sounds? Next up, we have Morse Thing. Oh, I remember Morse Thing. And then, okay, here it is. This is probably the troll sound. And then we have Dissonant Progress. Uh-oh. This has only been used once before. Nice. Dissonant Progress. And then we have Dissonant Magic. Whoa. Dissonant Magic. And then here it is. I think this is a rhythm sound. Beat sync. No. And then lastly, Warm Square. Cool. I'm ready for this. Frabs. Let's see. You guys choose. Flambox might keep your Say My Name. Oh, look at this. We got a cheer from Random Quirty You Up. Thanks, Randy. Thanks for that cheer. Okay, you guys choose which sound starts the improv. It could be one of these drum loops. Well, actually, Frabs gets to choose. Everyone can vote, but only Frabs' vote counts. We got Octave Saw, Morse Thing, Dissonant Progress, Dissonant Magic, Beat Sync, Warm Square, okay, those are your sound options. Now let's do a title challenge. So in honor of Flabort, this is or Frabs, we're gonna honor the underlying username here, which is Flabort, since that's how it'll be credited on the record. Since the record always credits your actual username, not your say my name. In honor of the underlying username of Frabs, your title challenge is your title must include at least one word. At least one word that starts with the letters FL. Okay? At least one word of your title. It can be the first word, the second word, the third word, whatever. But anywhere in the title, one of those words must start with the letters FL. I'm not sure how many words start with FL, so good luck. I can only think of a couple off the top of my head. This is the FL challenge in honor of Frabs, aka Flabs, aka Flabort. I forget all your say my names. Were you the immortal left hand or something for a while? What was that? Was that you? Okay. Give you guys one more to vote. Okay, I see chat is helping. You guys have already got a bunch going. Florine, flower, flame, flick, Florida, flummoxed, what a great word. Fleet, fleek, floral, float, flan. Okay, I think you guys are in good shape. You got plenty of FL words. You guys should have no problem with this title challenge. Bonus points though if every word in your title and there's more than 3 words. Style points. I might not choose it, but style points. If every word in your title and you have more than 2 words and every word starts with FL. Hey guys, fade this out. I'm ending this. The most hated mod comes in with flourish. Let's see. You know what? I should use some flange on this. Clarable Bunny just said flange. I'm going to try to remember it. Flange is an effect, an audio effect. So I'm going to try to use some flange. Okay, let's do it. Time to Etcetera. This is a commission for anyone who just came in. This is a commission by our friend, today known as Frabs, but in chat you will see them referenced as Flabort. Flabort was our top supporter last week with a huge cheer on Wednesday. And in recognition of that, I don't know what word to say, Frabs has gotten a commission, got to choose every single request on this track. So thank you to Frabs. Okay, let's do it. It might help if I end the poll first. Let's end the poll. What we go with? And it's dissonant magic. It's dissonant magic. Here we go. Wacky. Wacky. If there's any music theory, hardcore music theory people in chat, yes, I sort of vaguely did I was sort of F minor with a flat 5, and then I did Lydian sort of with the second section. It was sort of a B Lydian, but let's see. Oh, these are some of your favorite frabs? Yeah, I'll try to use a few of those. Let's see. Let's see, titles. How'd you guys do? Looks like lots of FLs. Let's see. Let's put that in the background. Most hated mod says we tried. Okay, song titles. Let's see. Let's see, what do we have for titles? The fleet drifts further into the fog, Devil's Nest Kimberly. Flatline Dreams from Astar 1979. Bites of Fluid Iron, Corporal Bunny. Let's see, 2 more. Let's see. Find it. Dilemmas of the Flesh, 13th Nile. One last one. One last one, let's see. From RunePenrod, Flabbergasting Flimflammeries. Okay, those are title options. So y'all can vote, but only Flab's vote counts. We can name this track The Fleet Drifts Further into the Fog, Flatline Dreams, Bites of Fluid Iron, Dilemmas of the Flesh, or Flabbergasting Flimflammeries. And what are some other titles I missed? The Dread Pirate Flaborts from Skybox. Flotsam in the Abyss, Enigma. From the Most Hated Mod, Flying Fluffy Flickering Flyers. From Nano Hard Zero, we have Flamboyant Flight of the Fleet of Flickering Flames. That's an impressive one. Oh, Smoky Juice is here with Flashy Flamingos Flagrantly Flee the Fluttering Flute. And then it's funny seeing folks who just showed up in the middle of the titles and do one that is not FLs. Flowing towards uncertainty, Mr. Robert. And Flinkle Flinkle Fliddle Flar from Quad Striker. And lastly, no FLs in it from Cool Reason Whale Season. Frab says, what if I choose not to vote or to go with whatever they pick? I don't know what's going to happen. I think it will go with normal vote. I can't remember how I coded it. We'll find out. I'm going to end the poll. Let's see. Let's see what happens. I'm ending the poll. Will it work? Yes. Wait, it says something went wrong. Resume in script debugger. Nothing went wrong. Yeah, nothing went wrong. You're okay. You're okay, Tubi. Flabbergasting Flimflammeries, RunePenrod. Wait, tiebreaker. Why does it say tiebreaker? I don't know why it says tiebreaker. I guess oh, I know why. It thinks there's no votes. Yeah, so it should be option number 5. Does this work? There it goes. Okay. Oh, it's still saying something went wrong. Oh, no. Oh no, we're gonna have to do this again? Okay, so clearly I didn't finish this code. Okay. Let's try it one more time. Another tiebreaker. Here we go. Oh, it voted for the same thing again. Well, that's good. I gotta go one line at a time through this code to tell it that it's okay to go with the majority. Where is this pesky line? Oh man. Okay, I'm almost there. I'm almost there, chat. I'm almost at the line. Almost there. Oh, here's the issue. Oh, there we go. There we go. Okay. That'll work. That worked. Oh, phew. Okay. Okay, it worked now. We have it. Skybox says game change to debugging. So now we know, chat, that if the commissioner does not vote, it wreaks havoc. It wreaks havoc. So what did I do on that chat? Oh yeah, I didn't do anything extra. Congrats to RunePenrod. RunePenrod has named it with Flabbergasting Flimflammeries. Okay. Now let's fade this out. Oh, and Kajinka's here with the 8-month resub. Thank you, Kajink. Thank you. 8 months. And thank you again to Frabs, aka Flabort, for that commission and for the huge support for so long from Frabs. Thank you, Frabs. Yeah, Frabs says, hey, at least we know what broke now, so next time at work you can fix before the next commission. Realistically, I probably won't fix it, but at least I will remember the issue, and we can either force the commissioner to vote, or I can step through the code like I did that time. MercerSkye, aka Skybox, is now Skyborg. Okay, let's see. Stoosh says, how long have you had that Rhodes? I don't know, 8 years maybe? 10 years maybe? I don't know. So this is probably this is older than I am. Most likely. Most likely. I love getting used instruments because they have a story that you'll never know. Like, who knows who played that Rhodes? My favorite instrument that I have is I don't know if I have it in here. Oh, I do. I've never played it on the show. Someday. This is a soprano saxophone. Just a lovely silver, sort of rusted a little bit. I love it. It's a beautiful instrument, soprano saxophone. But anyway, yeah, this is like this is over 100 years old, I think. I feel like there's a date somewhere on here, but I can't. Oh, good night, Kajink. Thank you so much. Thanks for the resub. Let's see. Okay, normal song now. You guys wanted a toot. No toot for you guys. No toot. I need to be able to practice it to toot on it. I wonder if I can even. Hold on. Let me just check something. I'll be right back. Okay, I'll toot for you guys. I'll toot. How can I? Oh yeah, let me fade this out. What do I do? Fade this out. I'll toot for you guys. Is this working? Check. Yeah. Okay, let's start getting ready. Let's start getting ready for our next track. Let's see. We got some. See, the challenge with the soprano is playing in tune. It's very difficult in soprano, and that's why I don't play it on the show. Is I need to have time to practice it so I could get that going. It'd be easier to play tenor or alto or something. It's not as hard to stay in tune. Let's see. What are we doing? Oh yeah, let's. Yeah. I just saw Dom did a BPM request of 1,234.56778 beats per minute. I don't think I could do that, Dom. I actually, in this box, I also have a clarinet, but that I cannot even make a sound. I don't know the fingerings at all. I can't figure it out. Well, I mean, I haven't tried to figure it out, but that I wouldn't be able to do anything on. But I do have it, clarinet. Let's see. And, oh yeah, we should get that. Oh yeah, I should do it from this screen. What am I doing? Do we have our request? We do. Okay, we should have some milestones. Soprano sax is my favorite of the saxes. Now, sadly, a lot of y'all's only experience with the soprano sax is Kenny G. And I'm not going to talk trash about Kenny G, but even Kenny G himself would say if all you've heard is Kenny G play the soprano sax, then you don't know the soprano sax. But soprano sax players I loved, Wayne Shorter played soprano, Coltrane played soprano, Cannonball Adderley played soprano. Cannonball Adderley is my favorite sax player, bar none. I love Cannonball. Cannonball was primarily an alto player, but I grew up listening to Cannonball Adderley. He is my man. A lot of y'all have probably heard it's probably the most famous jazz record ever recorded, called Kinda Blue. It's a Miles Davis record. And it features two saxophonists on it, Cannonball Adderley and John Coltrane. And John Coltrane is probably the most influential saxophonist there is. I know some people might say Charlie Parker, but I think Coltrane's had more of a lasting influence even than Charlie Parker in terms of the instrument, I think. But what's really cool is, I mean, probably if you don't know jazz at all, the first time you hear that record, it's going to all sound the same. But as you start to listen to that record more and more, you're going to start to really hear the difference between Coltrane and Cannonball Adderley. And part of it is they're playing different instruments. Coltrane plays tenor sax, which is lower, and Cannonball Adderley plays alto sax. But I think the biggest difference is you hear how different they are as human beings. Right, Coltrane is sort of cerebral and I don't know, that's the right word, I think. Very cerebral in his approach, and Cannonball Adderley is soulful. Cannonball Adderley most of the time just sound to me as just joy coming out of his horn, and I love Coltrane too, but the joy of Cannonball Adderley gets me. And Cannonball Adderley also was a hilarious guy. He did a lot of live records, and he'd do these intros to the songs. He's just a super funny guy. He passed away really young. He passed away in the 70s. He was only in his 50s, I think. I think he died of diabetes or something. So it's really sad, but I would have just loved to see him live. He also he played with his brother. It was the Cannonball Adderley Quintet, and sometimes it had more than 5 people, but it was always called the Cannonball Adderley Quintet. But it was with his brother, Nat Adderley, who played cornet, not trumpet, cornet. And Nat's one of my favorite trumpet players. I just dig it. Okay, what are we doing? Oh, Music's here with a resub, 8 months. Thank you so much, Music. Thank you, Music. Let's check out these milestones. Whoops. Wrong button. Let's see. What are our milestones? This next track features... It's Sour Frog's 200th song. This is a big milestone. 200 songs feature a request from Sour Frog. Thank you, Sour Frog. And this track features Kate Johnson's 10th drum kit. Number 10. Awesome. Congrats on those milestones. Let's see. Okay, so let's start getting ready. Another soprano player, Bill Evans. Basically, I'm really into Miles Davis's stuff in the late 60s through the early mid-70s. And Miles usually had a soprano sax player during that period. Like Wayne Shorter or Bill Evans, or I forget who the other person was. Yeah, it was another guy too. Okay, initialize, import our track names, generate our drum fills. Music said Duke Ellington fan, nice. Duke. There's 2 different Bill Evans. Yeah, there's a pianist Bill Evans, but there's a saxophonist Bill Evans also. But for anyone who likes piano jazz, check out Bill Evans played on Kinda Blue. actually, on piano. But yeah, different Bill Evans on the soprano sax. Let's see, what's our drum kit? Our drum kit is it's the trance kit. Nice. And you know what? Let's we're gonna you know what? We're gonna do 4 on the 4 on this track. So we're gonna generate a drum beat without kick drums, and I'm gonna put kick drums on all the beats. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. But let's include some other hi-hat type sounds. Oh, that's not a hi-hat, but we'll include that as possibilities for our drum generator. Okay. Okay, we got our beats. First up from the drum generator. Let's see. Here is Nifty Guy 1. I'm going to play it without the kick drums, and I'm going to add them in. Here's Nifty Guy 1. Nice. Here it is with the kicks. And I'm not going to do anything other than I'm going to lower just this one a bit. Not going to add any other notes, just those kicks. Here it is. Actually, I want a snare on the end of 4. Awesome. Thank you, Nifty Guy 1. Next up, it's Ozchunk. Here's Ozchunk. Oh, wait, you got some kicks. How'd you get kicks? I don't know how that happened. I thought I took the kicks out of the generator. Well, that's cool. Okay, we are going to put kicks on all 4, though, like I said. So let's lower this ghost down a bit. Lower that snare a bit. Lower these a bit. Here's the Ozchunk's beat. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. That's what I wanted. There we go. Nice, we got our beats. Let's check out these sounds. First up from Sano, we got the MercerSkye attack and stop. Isn't this MercerSkye's signature sound? And then we have from Skyborg, we have Din DX bass in it. From Enigma, we got Bell Swarm. From RunePenrod, Silver Pad. From Flambox, we have Matrix Pad MW. And from Smoky Juice, the Basic Decay. Okay, those are your sound options. You guys choose which sound starts. It could be one of those drum loops or the MercerSkye attack but stop. Din DX bass. Bell Swarm. silver pad, matrix pad, basic decay. And I'm going to add an effect to one of these. And add my gain sequencer. Make that dry. Okay, give you guys just a moment more. Oh no, this is pressure. Enigma has pre-favorited this. It's a lot of pressure. A lot of pressure. Oh no. Uh-oh. I'm going to disappoint everybody. Corbin says, are you still planning on adding custom effects for the chat script? Someday, maybe. Someday, I mean, I would like to. My to-do list is still epic, and I'm currently working on this lighting project. Since that, I'm hoping will have a huge impact. But I do want to do that. I know I've talked about it for like a year, but I haven't gotten to it yet. Hopefully someday. Frav says, putting L's where they aren't. We've really got the kid messed up now. With, yeah, I changed basic decay to basic delay. Let's see. Okay, I'm ending this poll. What is chat chosen? Yeah, I don't like the green screen. I don't like it. And I know I could use different backgrounds, but it still feels cut out. I don't like the cutout. My alternative, but I can't, I don't know how, I mean, it would just cost so much money, will be to have a different setup. So when I'm talking to you guys, I turn, right? And I got a camera there or a camera there. Well, I do have a camera there. But then the problem with that, oh, but I got a monitor there now. No, but the problem is I need another 2 monitors. I have enough. Wow, camera 3 has fallen over. Man, I got to fix that. Wow. Yeah, camera 3 is super crooked, isn't it? Oh, we're just going to have to go with it. I'm ending the poll. What's chat chosen? Chat has chosen basic decay, which I was missaying. Swifty does switches. I like seeing the big room. But the thing is that the room is not quite as big as it used to be. I used to be in one corner, so I had a lot of room behind me. But now, because of this projector screen that we're going to start using hopefully next week or the week after, I'm right in the middle of the room, so there's not the kind of depth that there used to be. How guys do it? Time to Etcetera. Oh, it's still playing. That's why. That's why. I forgot to stop it. Let's see. Oh, thanks, RunePenrod. Thanks for all those cows, everybody. Let's see. So I keep forgetting. I wrote this plugin that helps me do that rhythm stuff. It helps me turn pads into rhythms, and I forget to use it. It was sweet for that. Let's see. Let's check out these. Music rights. I think that's one of my fave of the faves. Yeah, I had so that sound was that main sound, that the rhythm, right? That was the Matrix pad sound, and I had this plugin I wrote on it, and then there was I put some distortion on it, so I had a little bit of crunch. There was what else was happening in it? I had an auto filter on it. That was it. Yeah, auto. I think that was it. Let's look at these titles. Enigma says the pre-fave definitely paid off. Hey, broskiff. Okay, let's see. What are some of these titles we have? From Swifty to Switch, we got Surfing the Present. From Devil's Nest Kimberly, we got Parkour in the Galaxy. From Dave the Fish 2103, we got Reaching the Limit, Finding None. And Dave the Fish also had another good title, The Stillness of Lightspeed. Let's see, what else? Two more. From Musichick, Can't Stop the Rhythm. And one last one. From Smoky Juice, Running Towards Infinity. Those are your title options. Surfing the Present, Parkour in the Galaxy, Reaching the Limit, Finding None, Can't Stop the Rhythm, Running Towards Infinity. So I was just checking the vocals. While I was singing, I was not feeling so good. Okay. Let's see. What do we do? Oh yeah, some titles I missed. From Ripper GT1, Pocket Full of Notes. From Sib, look man, we built a spaceship. And also, look bro, I bought a spaceship. And then Interstellar Yacht Club. The Supersonic Highways from RunePenrod. Kinetic Cybernetic from Wayne. Oh, Swifty does Twitch. You're always welcome to vote for yourself on our channel. 1,000 drops a like, Horrible Bunny. Opalescent Kaleidoscope Enigma. And from Skyborg, Alice in Glass Chains. Lower Echelon from Dom, and from Frav, Surpassing the Barriers of Speed. Okay, I'm ending this poll. Oh, I sang a little, right? I was taking my notes. I played. I had the bull's horn right there. I was like, I'm just gonna play a note on the bull's horn. Play some bull's horn. Music says I can't stop bobbing my head. It is a head bobbing sound. I actually went dancing on Saturday night. It was not this kind of music. It was a funk night, but it was more funk from the 80s and 90s, which I don't know as well. I know my 70s funk. I know that. Know it very well. My 60s and 70s funk I know very, very well. It wasn't that. It was 80s and 90s funk. They did play a song by War, though. I knew that. I didn't know the rest of it. It was fun, though. This club in Oakland called the Legionnaire Saloon. Okay, ended this poll. What has chat chosen? Reaching the limit, finding none. It's Dave the Fish. Dave the Fish 2103 has named it with Reaching the Limit, Finding None. Okay, let's fade this out. So yeah, remember, if you like that track, it'll be on the Bandcamp album, which you can just buy that record, or you can subscribe and get everything I release each month. And right now, I still haven't changed it. Someday I will, but right now, if you subscribe on Bandcamp, you get all the albums that I've released so far on Bandcamp, which is everything since the middle of June. So we're talking like, I don't know, is that 30 or 40 records? That's a lot of music. That's probably, yeah, like 30 or 40 hours worth of music for $20. Not so bad, right? I feel so dirty when I like promote something. I just feel like I just feel icky. I hate it. I'm not good at this. Okay, we have, and Ripper GT. Ripper GT did a 6-month resub and writes, just dropped in to say hello all. Sounds great as always. Dave Fish says, is that download and keep? That is right, download and keep. MercerSkye says, what I know right now is I got a full ETC playlist on my computer. It's 288 tracks long. I don't know how many albums are on Bandcamp. Maybe someone count. I mean, it was 12 a month, right? Until I slowed things down in November. So we're talking 12 in July, 12 in August, at least 12, right? At least 12 July, at least 12 in August, at least 12 in September. Let's see, 8 in October. Yeah, so it's probably over 50 because there are some in June and there's, I don't know, it's a lot. K-Pepper29 says, I'd like to see a 9 Inch Nails cover. I don't do covers at all on this channel. I do all original music that I make up on the spot. So, meaning I don't even have like, I have nothing planned for this show. Everything I do is just made up, but K-Pepper229, but what's cool is that you guys have a huge impact on it. So that track we just did, it only existed because chat shows how fast it was going to be. Think about how that song would not have happened if it was like one, different speed, right? I was inspired by that speed. I was inspired by all the sounds that chat gave me. I do owe you guys an uncover. I still plan on doing it. Chat chose that I would do a cover of Immigrant Song by Led Zeppelin. and I just haven't had time to finish it. I spent about a day on it, I think, I don't know, 3 or 4 months ago. But then I still have to have a day to record it. But I finished the arrangement, pretty much. Let's see. Okay. MercerSkye says there's 63 albums on Bandcamp. It's sort of crazy, you know, and that's just from June. That's like missing, that's missing like 9 months of shows. That's missing 140 shows. Broskip did a song request for Freebird, and a cheer. Thank you, Broskip. Dave says, just like a single cover show for like a special event. Well, I'm not going to get into a copyright rant, but there's no... The reason you will not see me do covers live on Twitch is because there's no legal way to do it. And I'm not going to do a rant. I'm not going to do a rant. But suffice to say that there's no practical legal way to do it. I know lots of people do it on Twitch anyway, and I'm glad nobody's gotten in trouble. I hope they never get in trouble. I hope they're able to do covers on Twitch for eternity. But legally speaking, it is copyright infringement to do a cover on Twitch. And to me, it's not worth the risk. But when I do Immigrant Song, I will do that totally legit legally, and I will release it. I will pay the royalties to Led Zeppelin, but I won't be able to play it on the show. There's no way to do it. There's no way to do it. No legal way to do it that's practical. I would literally, in order for me to play Immigrant Song on the show, I would have to write to Led Zeppelin and ask them if I can, and then they would give me a price. And they could say any price they wanted. They could say $10 million. And they might not write me back. And that one assumes I can find a way to even reach them, right? And so if you're trying to do covers on Twitch, obviously that's totally impractical. You can't write to everybody. You can't ask them permission. You can't negotiate, you know, because most of these big acts, they're going to say a huge number. It's just not worth it to them. But the cool thing is if you want to release a cover on a CD, or if you want to put it on digital online for people to download, there's a set royalty rate. So I don't have to ask Led Zeppelin permission. I can just do it. I pay the royalties to the publisher through Harry Fox. It's all easy. So sometimes people think that I'm anti-copyright, and I'm not necessarily totally anti-copyright. What I'm anti is when copyright limits innovation. Let's see. But that wasn't so bad of a rant, right? MercerSkye says, I'm a little impatient to buy the Lost albums. That is a huge project. It's going to be a huge, huge project. And some of this is pretty bad stuff I did early on. There's one recording from October, November that I think is one of the most horrific things I've ever done in my life. The problem was there was some audio issue. I didn't realize it, and I'm singing or something. It is the most cringy, horrible thing I've ever created. And chat was really kind to me afterwards. I can't believe it, because oh man. Anyway, let's do one more track. One more track. But I should say, if there's anyone in chat who wants to play on Twitch and wants to do covers, the risk is almost zero. Your risk is almost zero. So you don't listen to me and not do it because you're afraid. The risk is almost zero. It's just for me personally, if I were to get sued, like, I'm an idealist. So if I were to get sued over copyright stuff, idealists are problematic people. Let's just say that. I just don't even want to be in a position where I ever get sued over copyright. Let's see. Let's see. But if I had time, you know, I'm really hoping like the shows can stabilize at some point and I don't have to, it's just working. I'm not, you know, I would love to do an uncover every month where chat chooses a cover for me to do and I record it. I would love to do one every month. That'd be a lot of fun, and do it and release it as a, you know, maybe put it on vinyl at the end of the year, you know? That'd be a lot of fun. K-Pepper says, I don't have the money to buy all these synths, keyboards, etc. I'm using FL Studio. You know, the thing is, like, you don't need lots of gear. Like, I have a lot of gear because I'm doing something very specific. But if I were just trying to make music, just like do electronic music, you know, I mean, just the basic sounds that come with FL Studio, or the sounds that come with Ableton Live, or the sounds that come with Logic, you could do a ton. I mean, this show, I don't have any plugins for the show that I purchased for sounds. All the sounds are just the sounds that came with Logic, right? And so it's fun to have, you know, it's fun to have lots of toys, but sometimes, like, when you have too many options, it's paralyzing, right? That's why I love it when you guys choose the sounds, so I don't have to, right? It just takes one decision out of my hand so I can focus on making music. But that said, someone else in chat might have some good recommendations. I'm not even paying attention to what's out there because I know I don't have the money for it. I'm just working with what I have. Okay, we're gonna do one more. Oh, one more track. That's one of the scary things about this lighting show thing I'm working on, is that I'm using stuff that my understanding is that it's released under Creative Commons, or it's in the public domain, or I'm paying licenses for a library of visuals. But the scary thing is that there's always a chance that one of those clips was improperly added to the library or was not in fact public domain, and I'm going to use it. And again, I mean, the risk is very small because it's unlikely anyone would sue me because there's nothing they could take. I'm worth less money I'm worth less than zero. I'm worth way less than zero. So it's like, what are you going to take from me? But still, I'd hate to be in that position. Okay. Let's get our requests in. Danju says, according to the FAQ, it's okay. Yes, it's okay with Twitch. It's not okay with the legal law stuff. Yeah, and Twitch is opening itself up to serious lawsuits, because what's going to happen is I'm not going to get sued. A Twitch streamer's not going to get sued. Twitch will get sued because Twitch, I mean, I hope it never happens, but if there's a music streamer that starts making a lot of money doing covers, Twitch is going to get a major lawsuit. like millions and millions of dollars. Serious lawsuit. So Twitch is taking a huge gamble with this, because it's really they're going to get sued, not some small music streamer. Well, again, unless some music streamer gets really big. My hope is that Twitch will eventually figure out a way for people to legally do it, because I think the music category would blow up. Absolutely blow up. Whoops, I got ahead of myself, didn't I? Because the crazy thing is there are musicians, you know, famous musicians, who would not be able to play their own music on Twitch. Seriously. That's the way copyright works. There are musicians who would not be able to play their own music because they don't fully own the rights to it, because it's on video. They could play it in a concert, but as soon as it's on video, the rules change. Okay, I'm not going to talk about copyright anymore. I've been really good the last couple months, with not too much copyright talk. Let's see, getting these requests in. Okay. Oh man, I've talked way too long. There we go. Framos is, oh, Safe House is cool. No, Safe House is fine because the bands on Safe House, I mean, there might be a few bands on Safe House that have, but most of the bands on Safe House are unsigned bands, so they fully own the rights to their music. Like, if they wrote it, they own it. But the problem is if a band is well known and they've played a song that they didn't write, but they were the only band that played that song, the issue is the person who wrote that song. That's one of, there's a bunch of different rights, but it's the person who writes it and the publisher of that song. So most Safe House, if you're playing original music that's 100% original, I mean, you wrote it yourself, there's no issue. Well, in most cases. I mean, I'm sure there's some horrible record deals where bands signed a deal where the record label took ownership of the publishing. They're not supposed to do that, but it's possible. Okay, let's look at these milestones. Wait, what? Oh, I see. I can't talk about this. What am I doing? I used to talk about this all the time, and then I stopped completely for about 6 months. And then I've talked about it a few times in the last couple months. I got to avoid it. We got some milestones. It just gets me fired up. We got first request of type. This is David Fish 2103's first drum fill request. Congrats to Dave the Fish 2103 with the first drum fill. And we've got Allegra's 10th drum loop, number 10. Nice. Okay, let's see. Let's zero this out. There we go. Is it loading? It's loading. Oh, we got our sounds. Okay. Let's see, our drum kit. What is our drum kit? It's the Studio Brush Kit. Oh, it's been a while. I think it's not that long. A month and a half since we've used this. Okay. So our first loop is going to be from Allegra. Here's Allegra raw from our drum generator. Yeah, nice. Let's put a kick on one. So some of you guys might not have seen this before, but so this kit is called the Brush Kit, Studio Brush Kit, and it literally drummers will use these sticks that there's a handle and then it's these metal wires, a whole bunch of them. It's like a broomstick almost, and that's what this kit is. You primarily hear it in jazz. You don't really hear it in rock music, but it's this nice sort of gentle sound. Here it is, Allegra's beat. Nice. That's our first beat, and then from Dangio, here's Dangio's beat. Nice. That's very syncopated. We got some serious syncopation from Dangio. Let's put a big snare on 4. Here's Dangio's beat. Nice. We have our beats. The ETC bulb looks so funny. This is this random light bulb. What's it doing? What's it doing there? Okay. We have, sound-wise, what do we have? It's Neon Fifths from Sano. And then we have Deep Funk Clav from Worm Drake. We got Suspended Bells from Cake Johnson. Some sort of random Christmas something. Trance Bell. Wait, is this Trance Bell? It says it's a pad sound. It's not a pad sound. Is that it? Yeah. That's definitely not a pad. It's miscategorized. Suspended Bells. Or Trance Bell from RunePenrod. And then we have Noisy Vox Energizer from Flambox. And then from Skyboard we got Flange Saw B Velo. You guys choose which sound. Dom says VOD muted for Christmas lick. Oh, I didn't show flange. There's the flange one. Oh well. Oh, yeah, there's the flange. Let's go back to our poll. There we go. Okay. Just give you guys a moment. Let's do a title challenge on this last track. Okay, this is a challenge that came from Clarable Bunny. Maybe I think someone else suggested it as well, but I have it from Clarable Bunny. Your title must begin and end with the same letter. So if it's a one-word title, then the first letter and the last letter of the word, right? But if it's a multi-word title, the first word must start with, let's say the first word starts with A, then the last word must end in A. That's your challenge. Titles must begin and end with the same letter. Okay, I'm into this poll. What has chat chosen? The one thing I got to work on is, you guys probably notice this, my posture is horrible when I'm playing the song. Well, probably most of the time, but it's because these monitors are basically flat. When it's not when I interact with you guys, I got it's great, it's perfect. So my posture is good, but during the music, these monitors are super low. I need them low so they don't get in the camera, right? But it means I have this. I sort of, I don't know. It's very hard to sort of look down. You know, I got to work on it though. I don't know why I just thought of that, but okay. What has chat chosen? Chat has chosen Suspended Bells. Cool. Okay. So, last track of the night. Your title challenge. Your titles must begin and end with the same letter. Begin and end with the same letter. Here we go. Time to etceterate. Thanks for those scalps. Thanks, Broskiff. Let's see. Thanks, Skyborg. A cheer from Broskiff. Broskiff writes, "That whistle." Oh man, it doesn't get old. You know, Broskiff. I'm gonna learn more instruments. I'm just gonna have to keep learning new instruments so that you'll keep doing that. Okay, let's put that in the background. What we just improvised, and look at these titles. Camera 3 is literally about to fall over. It's like... It's... Okay, let's see, title time. So the challenge was all your titles, in order to be selected, must begin and end with the same letter. Let's see. I think this is one of the more challenging titles. Challenging title challenges, yeah. And from Mr. Robert, Echoes of the Time Before. Oh, this is impressive with a Z. Zephyr Buzz from Dom. Zephyr Buzz. From Cubit, Yellow River Valley. Two more. From Enigma, Tangential Orbit. One last title. Let's see. From Sib, Exhaling the Evaporate. Those are your title options. Echoes of the Time Before, Zephyr Buzz, Yellow River Valley, Tangential Orbit, or Exhaling the Evaporate. And some titles I missed. Let's see. Antenna from Jonesy. And this song is brought to you by the letter T from Wyrm Drake. Oh no, worth less than 0 from Broskiff. Skyborg tries again for Hypnotica, ending in an H. Dave Overrated from Day the Fish 2103. Strange Seasons, Cake Johnson, Subtleties of the Subconscious. Subtleties of the Subconscious, Clarable Bunny. Analog Electronica, RunePenrod. Silver Spies in the Skies, Devil's Nest Kimberly. Give you guys a moment more. Now what'd I do? I whistled. I did some whistling and some Fender Rhodes. In my list, I have a special list for my stuff, so I to take notes as to what I did on the track. And it's been added to it is all our guests' instruments are on there now too. So I have to see these instruments that I cannot play. And it's just so sad. Like I see violin on there, cello on there. What else did I see? Accordion. We'll have to have guests soon. Hopefully in January I gotta Gotta figure out a way to pay for it. Okay, let's end this poll. What has chat chosen? And it's Enigma's title, Tangential Orbit. Tangential Orbit. Awesome. Thank you, Enigma. Thanks everyone for those titles. That track, now known as Tangential Orbit. Broskov says light show greater than guess. I'm hoping that light shows will lead to guess. That the light shows will help this channel grow, and I will have the funds to do a lot. Well, to put food on the table. Let's see. Okay. We got a few things left to do. And then we got we're gonna do a cool host raid. Something I was a part of last year. I've been so stressing out of it. I'm not doing it this year, but I'm psyched to. It'll be cool to host them. Let's see. Let's start prepping the end of the show. What does camera 3 look like right now? How can I? It's really crooked, isn't it? How can I show? Well, I can't see. It's falling. Camera 3 is totally falling over. Oh, camera 3. Hopefully I remember on Wednesday to fix that. Oh, I'm taking off camera 3 sensor. It's killing my arm. Ow. Oh, man. Way too tight. Our show tonight was the first show of the Land of Wild Turkey tour. MercerSkye joining the select exclusive club of tour namers. And our venue was the last place Dave remembers, named by Dom. We had 4 tracks: Techno Swamp, Flabbergasting Flimflammeries, Reaching the Limit, Finding None, and we ended on Tangential Orbit. Broska says light shows plus guess equals Nirvana. I know. I want to get some. I had a really awesome guest I was hoping to get this week, but I just didn't ask him because I don't know. The studio's still a mess, and I don't know. I need to finish the light show. It's too stressful to think about having guests right now. Let's see. We got some thank yous though. Let's do our thank yous. And then we got our shout out. Thank yous to our superstar mods: Credible Bunny, Cool Reason, Dom, Frambox, JYK Test, Music Shake, Tubi, and Wears Hats. Thank you, mods. We had hosted raids from Jermaximus. And I think Dom too. I don't know why it's not there, but thank you, Jermaximus and Dom. We had subs and resubs from Devil's Nest. Kimberly was gifted a sub from Wears Hats. We had Wears Hats 8-month, Mr. Robert 8-month, Dom 8-month, Chief 7-month, Judge 8-month, Frambox 8-month, Kajink 8-month, Music Chick 8-month, and Ripper GT1 6 months. Thank you for those subs and resubs. We had cheers from Nifty Guy 1, Broskov, Randy, and MercerSkye. Thank you for those cheers. Let's thank our lurkers and all our chatters. There's too many to name. Some of you I cannot name because I don't call out lurkers. It's Twitch 101. If you're a streamer, you're not supposed to call out lurkers. So I won't. All I'll say is that you guys are the most beautiful workers in the universe. And though I do not see your fingers touching chat, I feel your good vibes. Thank you, workers. Thanks to all our chatters. Oh, look at that. Refragment comes out of nowhere. Lurker hype. I've had this idea forever for lurkers, and I still haven't done it. I wonder if I should tell you guys just to put pressure on myself, just to make sure I do it. I'm going to tell you guys, because this will put pressure on me. You guys keep reminding me if you think it's a fun idea. So my idea was, is we have a, what was I going to call it? The worker... I had some clever name for it, I forget it. Actually, it's sort of hard to explain. Lurker... Okay, I know what it was. Oh, Kalen TV says embrace the work. This is my idea. You guys tell me if this would be fun or just dumb. I have plenty of dumb ideas. Is that at some point in the show, we have what's called, I don't know what we call it, the worker, maybe you guys can come up with a fun name. Like, I don't know, the worker call out, the worker explosion or something. And basically what will happen is Tubi will say, we'll have something in chat. It'll be like, start. It'll be like, begin. I'm explaining this horribly. I shouldn't even talk about it because I don't have my explanation yet. I think it'll be fun though. Tubi says, go, and it's 30 seconds or maybe 10 seconds. Really short. We've got 10 seconds, and the goal is to get as many lurkers to write in chat in those 10 seconds possible, and we'll try to make records, right? We'll see how many in those 10 seconds. And the rule is that in order to qualify as a lurker, it has to be their first message of the day. And so I should have just done it. I don't feel like I explained it well. I think it'd be fun though. I don't know. Horrible explanation. Okay, let's see. We got our shout out to do. Skyforce is trolling for lurkers. Refragment says give the workers a safe space. Yeah, it's like you got 10 seconds, but if you want to make your presence known, that's it. And you can just, go back into work mode. But you don't have to. It's only if you want to. And maybe help us set a record, for the most lurkers that appear in the shortest period of time. Okay. I'd have to not do it during a raid because then it wouldn't work. It'd have to be in like a show where there's no raids, just... Okay, shout out. Or maybe it's the lurker shout out. That's what it could be, the worker shout out. I don't know. Lurkers go berserk. That's a good one. Lurkers go berserk. I like that. Lurkers go berserk. That's it. Countdown to Lurkers Go Berserk. Lurkers Gone Wild. That one's good too. Lurkers Go Berserk. Okay, we got a shout out. If you've never seen the shout out before, here's how it works. These 26 names you see on screen, they either named our current tour, named our venue tonight, named one of our 4 songs, and or made a request that made it onto one of these tracks. Changing the course of history, these 26... My goal is to say all their names in one breath. My record's around 60, so 26 should be no problem, but I'm going to try to go 2 times through at least. And I'm just going to try not to get messed up by Flambox and Frabs. Enigma, Flambox, and... you guys are basically... I'm never going to make another record on the shout-out because I'm going to get always caught up on the Enigma, Flambox, Frabs. Well, that's what I did wrong, right? So it's actually easier. Enigma, Flambox, Frabs, Mr. Robert. Okay. So my goal is to say all these names in one breath. Some of these names I might say differently than you see on screen. Whoops. That was not good what I just did. How do I find this again? No, that's not it. I pressed the wrong button. There it is. Okay. Lurker Berserker. Lurkers go berserk. Maybe I should do that right after the show. So what would this involve? The lurkers go berserk. So every user has a chat count for the day in their record in the database. So I would have to add to my main processing thread. We'd have a start time, and once that, we'd have a variable that's set. Okay, it wouldn't be too hard, but I'll probably break something in the process. Okay, tonight we feature the following extraordinary, stupendous, stellar, exquisite members of the Twitch universe that came together for this show and this show only. You will never again see these 26 names, these exact 26, only these 26 on screen ever again. It will never happen again. You have a better chance of winning the lottery than seeing this on screen again. That's right. That's winning the lottery. That's the odds of these 26. Someone should calculate the odds, of the same names appearing twice. The exact same names. It could be 28 names. It could be 24. It'd be these exact 26. The odds are so small. Anyway, we feature the following. Let's just jump right into it. Allegra Broskov, Kate John, Credible Bunny, Dave the Fish, 21-3, Devils, Skimby, Dom, Donjio, Dorf, Enigma, Flamboss, Fraz, Mr. Robert, Mitch Guy 1, Ninja Fleas, Oz, John, Cupid, Reginald, Delaware, RunePenrod, Sano, Skyborg, Smoky Juice, Sour Frog, Shoes, 13 Now, Worm, Drake, Allegra Broskov, Kate Johnson, Credible Bunny, Dave the Fish, 21-3, Devils, Skimby, Dom, Donjio, Dorf, Enigma, Flamboss, Fraz, Mr. Robert, Mitch Guy 1, Ninja Fleas, Oz, John, Cupid, Reginald, Delaware, RunePenrod, Sano, Skyborg, Smoky Juice, Sour Frog, Shoes, 13 Now, Worm, Drake, Allegra Broskov, Kate Johnson, Credible Bunny, Dave the Fish. I want to do 3 times. Not even close. Not even close. I didn't even make it just 60. Anyway. So I tried to say your names fast. And yes, Flambox Frabs is way easier to say than Frambox Flabs. That is really hard. Enigma Frambox Flabs. But Enigma Flambox Frabs, that just rolls right off the tongue. Enigma Flambox Frabs. Thank you to you guys. I love doing this shout out because I want to recognize each of you. Your contributions, because this is improvised music and I have nothing planned in advance. Your requests make these songs exist. These 4 songs would not have existed. They would never have existed in this universe were it not for your requests tonight. So thank you. Thank you for making the show what it is. We've got 2 things left. 2 things left. 2 things left. We got our subs. We got our subs. Let's read a few of these. StooshBatis, my credit, not Dom. Where's hats? The ultimate. Oh, I can't read it. Something Obsidian Tower. Just happy to be here. Okay, let those continue to roll. As we're gonna. So I already know who we're gonna raid. We're gonna raid. Let's see. Let me get. I just need the address. Get the address. Oh no. Oh no. Looks like I think they're still going, but I don't see anything. Well, we'll still raid them because I think they should be right back. Yeah, we're going to raid them. Okay, good, Dom. Thank you, Dom. So what we're about to raid is a really cool thing the Twitch music community is doing. Like I said, I did it last year, but I don't know. I just I guess I didn't this year, but I am very psyched they're doing it again, and I'm psyched to raid them and support it. It's a charity event that Twitch music streamers are doing for the, I think it's Mr. Holland Opus Foundation, which supports music in schools. This is a really cool thing. I'm a product of some public school music, and in elementary school and junior high and part of high school. So yeah, so I'm here in part because there's funding for music in our schools, so they want to keep that going. So please support them. Okay, we've got that's it. Yeah. So our raid. If you've never done a raid before, what's going to happen is after I wave to you guys, after I wave with my green hand, I cannot stand the green screen. After I wave goodbye, our bot Tubi is going to paste this URL in the chat. Click on the link, go to their channel. It looks like they are on a brief pause, but it says, don't go away. They'll be right back. And as Dom says, it looks like this musician will be right back. So please stick around for them to come back on. I hope that I will see you guys very soon on Wednesday. If not Wednesday, the Monday or next Wednesday. Or the following week, the following year, decade, century, millennium, eon. Yeah, the next year, that's going to be in less than a month. Just a reminder on my schedule, I've switched to a 2-day-a-week schedule for the indefinite future, Mondays and Wednesdays. I hope to someday be back on a 3-day-a-week. Who knows, maybe a 5-day-a-week. I did 5 days a week for my first 3 or 4 months streaming. But I need to focus on this, writing this software and stuff. But so I hope to see you guys soon. I hope you guys will do this raid. I hope I'll see you guys in Discord. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your evening. Take care. Have a just stellar whatever comes next. Jiffy says hi. I should bring Jiffy in now. It's cooler. It's a lot cooler. It's only 76 degrees in the studio. It's like paradise in here. It's paradise. I'm wearing pants, and I'm not, normally it'd be impossible to wear pants. Look at this. I'm wearing pants. Just if you guys don't believe it, look. No shoes and no socks. It's too hot for shoes and socks, but I'm wearing pants. Okay, guys. Thank you, guys. I look forward to seeing you all soon. Take care.